when we're dealing with foundations, a lot of times we're talking about what I would call competing desired outcomes. But what happens when there are differences in terms of explicit and implicit outcomes between grantor and grantee? And I think that oftentimes, and I'll say this unfortunately, that we follow the golden rule in the sense that the one who has the gold makes the rules. And so oftentimes those of us who are in a business that may not be entirely congruent with what the grantor wants to grant toward, but might be close by, find ourselves contortioning ourselves to meet certain outcomes, or we have to make the decision not to participate at all, which is also very difficult because we think about the social impact that could be made. And even then, even sometimes when we have outcomes that we've agreed upon, and this is kind of my second point, there are times when we have assessment measures that value different criteria. Some grantors are much more quantitative, and they want to know the numbers of people you've reached and the amount of money you've been able to raise, those kinds of quantitative issues. And we sometimes are looking at more qualitative measures as well. So it's not that we don't want to feed the greatest number of people we can feed, but we're also trying to see what is the positive community impact that comes from that, and what ways are we trying to follow some of these larger traditions that we've talked about in terms of framing how we conduct our philanthropy. And there are times when even if we have the same outcome with a grantor, we may value different criteria as ways to measure coming to that outcome. And I guess I raise the question of how do we prioritize outcomes when we sometimes move in different spheres? And that is to say that the world of the foundations is not the world of a Black church in downtown Newark, right? And these are very important conversations that need to be had that speak to very important and fundamental needs. But if we operate in different spheres, we also may be using different vocabulary. And that may be part of the problem why we don't connect.